People keep asking me, are companies hiring right now during the COVID shutdown across the US? The answer is yes. Companies are interviewing. There are many job openings. However, something has changed. Companies are not doing in person interviews right now. They're doing all of their interviews by video. Hi, my name is Frank Burgoyne. I'm with YourInterviewSuccess.com. I was a senior level recruiter in the San Francisco Bay Area for 14 years. During that time, I interviewed over 10,000 candidates in Fortune 500 companies and also some innovative tech startups. I learned so much about interviews, both what works and what doesn't work. I also understand the mindset of both the hiring manager and the recruiter. I've put together 10 tips today I want to go through for you to have a successful video interview. Choose an area in your house that has very little clutter and also that's a quiet area. You want to look at your lighting. It's very important, and you're going to want to make sure that you're checking out the lighting by doing a dry run before you actually have the interview. One of the tips I tell my clients is put a lamp behind your laptop for lighting. In fact, I'm doing that right now. You want to dress professionally the same way you would for an in-person interview. Even though the interview's in your home, you still want to make a professional impression. You want to amp up your enthusiasm a little bit. A video interview is a little different than an in-person interview. There can be a little bit of a disconnect, so you want to make sure that your enthusiasm is really present, and you want to be enthusiastic both about the job and the company. Not in a phony way, but in a natural way, but just make sure it's there. You want to eliminate all background noise. So make sure you turn off all your devices. Let your family know you're going to need privacy. You don't want anybody walking by during your video interview. Number 6, test your technology. As a recruiter for 14 years, I can tell you, after having done many video interviews with candidates, sometimes candidates are not ready technologically for the interview. They've got audio problems, they haven't really tested their equipment, and it can just cause all kinds of problems. And you're trying to make an impression in the interview. So make sure you test that before you actually have the video interview. You don't want to be reading notes during your video interview. It can be very distracting for the candidate to be looking at notes. You may think you're getting away with it, but it's distracting to the hiring manager. You can use notes during a phone interview, but not a video interview. You'll want to make sure that you do have certain props nearby. Number 1, have a glass of water. Your throat can get really dry, especially when you're doing multiple video interviews with different members of the team with the company. And the other thing have nearby are some questions that you've prepared to ask when they ask you if you have any questions. Have a list nearby. Number 9, you really want to make sure your eye contact is direct. You'll notice I'm looking right in the camera on my laptop right now, and it gives you the feeling that I'm looking at you directly, the same way you would experience in an in-person interview. So make sure you do a little test run, maybe with a friend beforehand. And number 10, I want you to consider hiring me. I have 14 years of experience as a recruiter that I leverage all of that knowledge and expertise to help you prepare, to help you practice, and more importantly, to get constructive, honest feedback on your performance. I'm going to help you recraft any of the answers to interview questions that we practice that aren't effective. With video interviews, it's a one-shot deal. if you don't make a strong impression, you're not going to move on to the next step, much less get an offer. All the information of how you can get started with me is on the screen now. I offer a free sample session. We can talk further about your situation, and I can tell you more specifically about the services that I offer. I would love to work with you, and I also wish you the best in your job search, and take advantage of the fact that companies are interviewing right now. Good luck.